Welcome to Kung Fu Havoc number 2. This is my second attempt at this. This is part 2 of Reverse Racism is a Thing. Now, we're going to take a little bit of a side counter trip on this thing because racism is taught. Alright? Racism, prejudice, bigot, it's all taught. And that's what the subject was when I got muted on their video by black people. Which proves reverse racism is a thing. Okay, so in my life, I've known one racist that I respect to this day. I don't know if he's still alive, but I respect him to this day. I will always respect him because he was honest and in my face about that shit. My bro had a roommate named Billy. Billy and his dad, Billy wasn't racist, but Billy's dad was racist, and his twin brother was racist. So his dad and his uncle, who were twins, we're racist. Hey, Billy. Hello, Pops. And let me explain why you guys are probably going to be letting that process. Why do you respect this racist motherfucker? I respect this racist motherfucker because he was honest about that shit. That's why. I didn't have to wait for the knife to my back because he was straight to the face with that shit. Alright? Straight to the face. So, that racist has nothing but my respect because he was honorable enough to tell me to my face that the only reason he didn't like me or hated me was because I was racist. But here's the kicker. He didn't hate me. He didn't. He didn't hate me. He didn't hate my bro B. And Billy explained this to us before we met him, that his daddy and his twin brother were fucking racist as fuck. Alright? So, I just happened to be lucky enough to actually be coming over to borrow some movies or something from my bro B and my bro Scott, who also lived in the apartment. Hi, Scott. Hope you remember me. Hey, Billy. Hope you and your father and them are all okay and still alive. And if not, my condolences. Anyway, so Billy's daddy, I came in, talked to B, and Billy was there, and he's like, yeah, this is my father. And he's like, oh, you got another one, huh? He's like, I'm like, okay, what the fuck did I do? He's like, nah, man. Remember we told you that my daddy ain't exactly right with black people? Say, yeah. He's like, well, he is redneck 2000 to the highest degree of racist. And so he's like, yo, what's your name, young man? And I gave him my government name, which is James Williams Jr., not Echo Fang Grey Wolf, which you guys get used to. Get used to Echo Fang Grey Wolf because that's the name. It's not changing. So it says, just want you to know, I don't like black people. I'm going to treat you right, though, because you treat my son like he's your brother. I said, because your son is my brother. He is my brother because he's B's brother and he's B's roommate. And he's Scott's roommate. And Brandon and Scott are my family. Brandon, excuse me. B and Scott are my family. His name's not Brandon. He doesn't even have a B in his actual name. But his nickname is BJ. So, long story. Anyway, BJ and Scott are my brothers. Alright, from a different mother, a different daddy. They're not biologically my brothers, but they're my brothers. They will go to hell for me, and I will go to hell for them, along with A-Dog, R-Dog, and Courtney Monroe. Alright? Those men that I named right there, if it weren't for them, I wouldn't be alive to make this video. Because they keep my ass alive. They give a fuck about me. So, back to the point. Billy's daddy straight told us, I don't like, and he used the N-word, period. He said, I know y'all can't help it because y'all mixed and y'all didn't get a choice of who your parents is. But I do not like black people. And he did not use the words black people. He did not stutter when he used the N-word. And I said, okay, cool. He's like, you ain't gonna flip out? I said, hey, look, man. Here's the thing. I've been dealing with racism all my fucking life. What's one more? Say what? I said, hey, look. You don't like me because I'm black? Or because I'm mixed with black? I said, I can't help that. And I can't change your mind on if you like me or not. I can accept it, and I can not come by when you're here if that's what makes y'all comfortable. But, you know, I just came to borrow some movies. Go the fuck back home. He's like, well, I think you took this the wrong way. I was like, nah, I took it exactly the way you wanted me to take it. I know that you're going to stab me in the face versus stabbing me in the back. He's like, I like you, kid. It's like, no, you don't like me. You like half of me, the half that's not black. I said, which is cool. You know, I got no problem with you regardless of how you feel about me. You ain't did shit to me. That's just how you feel. If you feel that you don't like me because I am a person of color, what the fuck I'm supposed to do? I can go cry about it later. But I'm not gonna fucking like take a swing at you or none of that shit. This ain't my house. This ain't no fucking bar. I am civilized. It's like, well, I would hope you wouldn't. I've heard about you. You do that karate shit, right? It's like, I do that for sure. But I have to have a reason to use it versus just being an ass. It's like, yeah, I get you. But since y'all treat my son good, I'm gonna treat y'all good. Say, dude, why would we not treat your son good? Your son ain't did shit to us. It's a good kid. No, we're all the same age. I don't know why I'm saying it's a good kid. But, you know, back then we're in our 20s, man, you know, and the world was different. And it wasn't okay to be forward blatantly racist. But Billy's people was forwardly blatantly racist. But they was honest about that shit. It was damn honest about that shit. It's like, yeah, man, you know, we just don't like black people. And they did not use the word black people. They straight used the N-word. And they didn't stutter about it when they said it. I could get mad. Ain't gonna change the fact they don't like black people. I could say something back. Horrible. Which ain't gonna change the fact they don't like black people. But they were honest about that shit. And they legitly, when they came over, out of respect for me and BJ, didn't use the N-word that much. Now, it became reflective, you know, where it's a reflex where, you know, you say it so many damn times you don't even realize you're saying it. They became like that. But they didn't do that shit often. They didn't visit as often, you know, and if they did visit often, when I wasn't there, I was only there like maybe 2 or 3 days in the afternoon just to hang, and then I'd go do my thing. And plus, I was still going to college, so it wasn't like it was a big fucking deal. Of course, I'm still going to college right now. But, you know, the thing was that I think they didn't really teach Billy to be racist, or if they did, Billy chose a different path. But they were still legitimately racist. And they didn't not like Billy because that's their child. But, you know, they didn't hate Billy. And they didn't, what the fuck? I don't know what this is. I also don't know what happened to my camera. Okay, there I am. So, they didn't, I had a glitch. My whole face, everything was gone. They didn't hate Billy for having black friends. You know, his girlfriend was white, so they were okay. You know, he was gonna keep the family with white kids and all that shit. But they was honest about it. They were legitimately honest about that shit. And that goes back to racism being taught. Racism is not something that you are born with. Racism is something that you are taught from childhood to adulthood. Now, you don't have to be racist because you come from a racist family. You can distance yourself. You can cut them off. I don't say that you should cut them off. I said you can cut them off. Because no one really wants to be, like, connected to a racist. Even if you're biologically connected to a racist, you'll always be family. But you don't have to stay family. Do not come down these goddamn steps. On second thought, come on in, I'm going to make a part 3.